Hey guys joining us. Hey girl. Hello over here. Hey
Hi.
guys.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. My favorite day. Um, okay, perfect. I think we're live. I hear a little bit of an echo.
Yeah, that's probably on my end. Let me see. It is.
You
Okay, we're
guys
good.
say hi wherever you're tuning in from. Hello on this side of the world. Facebook, YouTube. So good to be with you guys.
Hmm.
Yay. Tell us where you're tuning in
Yay.
from.
Yeah, if you guys
Awesome.
are on the replay too, tell us where you're tuning in from. We love to hear it. We
Yes.
always comment personally. We love to see the comments. So if you've been with
Mm-hmm.
us for a while, let us know that. And if you're just tuning in with us for the first time, let us know that. We want to see you. We want to hear from you. So go ahead and make sure you comment, even if you're on the replay.
Yes. Wherever you're coming in from, just like thank you for being here with us, to be here with your energy. This is going to be one, but it's something, Sarah and I were talking about last week. We always hop on and just do these spontaneous topics, what we feel needs to come out. And so last week we were talking, we're like, we're pumped to do this talk today on what we believe really is this underserved market. And, if you are with us for a while, you guys know we are all about spiritual leaders. Helping you scale your premium aligned soul mission, helping you, hi guys, yes, helping you really, really step up boldly into your power. And it's so fascinating because you think it's an easy thing to do. Like, oh, I got it. I'm confident. But the transformation that we're seeing some of our amazing clients go through and just the things coming up for them and watching them own their shit and just really step into their power is so fantastic. So, why this topic and this topic today, you guys, is foundation first. I did a quick little story last week. I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm just gonna call it out. I'm gonna watch what I say here because I'm giving love to everything. But in my experience, I came from a couple network marketing MLM kind of worlds and just saw, this whole kind of rush. And especially now in social media, this whole need to rush to the 10K months, rush to the six-figure months, rush to the 100K months, and just this rushing to get these money goals. And the money, like, hear me clearly, the money is important. We are all about flow, we are all about financial freedom. But why I want to talk about how important that foundation is because, whew, yes, we see a comment, been there too. And this is what happened to me. I'll quickly share, and I want to hear Sarah talk too. But I noticed, we get there so quickly, and it can be so easy. And we're not saying it should be hard. It can be in flow, can be easy. But when you don't get that embodiment, like Sarah and I talk about, like SLA teaches you, that full foundational embodiment, you get to the top or you get to those six figures and it's like you don't know what to do. So when you can literally gift yourself that foundation first, you guys, that foundation. Think about when you build a house. I love this. When you build a house, if you don't build that foundation strong first, what happens? The house freaking crumbles. The foundation, Dustin's in construction. He always says, like, the foundation is the most important and it takes the longest. But once you do,
Mm.
oh my gosh, once you do, you can literally, how high do you want to go? How high do you want to go? And it gets me so excited because it's like the sky's the freaking limit. There's endless
Mm.
potential. You can go as high as you want with that solid foundation. So, really happy to be here with my girl Sarah and Divine Femme and
Mm.
talk about this for a hot minute and why this is important. And celebrating all the ones that are with us now doing this and really doing the work to embody, really gifting
Mm.
yourself the time to build that foundation. Um, and get back in that flow. And then again, know that you're worthy to go as high as you want. Create, generate as much as you want because you've embodied that true leadership, right?
Yeah, no, I think this is really important to bring up because the online coaching space has grown leaps and bounds. And when you look online, especially as an emerging spiritual entrepreneur, you can look online and you can see all the shiny goals that everybody's hitting. Oh, 50,000 month, 100,000 months, 600,000 months, $1 million months, right? And this is the potentiality for each and every single one of us.
Hmm.
One of the things that happens if you're an emerging spiritual entrepreneur and you're entering the space now and you're looking out into the world and you're seeing those kind of results from people that have done the work and laid the foundation is you want to jump 10 steps ahead of where you're at, and you're attracted to those shiny goals, but yet you have not yet put and laid the foundation in. in place, which Vanessa just said, it's really interesting that, the foundation takes the longest. And this is so true. This is why the fruits of your labor don't necessarily just sprout up overnight, right? This is like a nurturing phase that comes in, that has to take place in a strategy and the systemization, consistency, like foundation, things that support you from the ground up. If you build a house and you don't have a strong foundation, obviously it's not going to last very long. So this is so key, because what this does is when emerging spiritual entrepreneurs enter the online space now, they can either get really discouraged because they're like, how the hell am I ever going to find out my voice, my message, my unique gift? How is it going to be? Where is the space for that? When I see
Mm,
so many other spiritual entrepreneurs out there being successful, doing X, Y, and Z and hitting these big targets. So they don't even think that they have a space for themselves. They don't
mm,
even think that they have the ability to, or they have the, that there's a need for what they have to offer, and that there's a market that will actually pay them for it, because there's so many people out there that are hitting these big numbers and hitting these big targets. And that's great. I celebrate those every single time I see we celebrate our own goals. And anytime I see another
mhm,
woman hitting those goals, we celebrate that, because that's just showing what's potential for all of us as we
mhm.
continue to grow within our spiritual business. But if you make this mistake early on in your business, where you latch on to the external shiny success stories of everyone else that has
Mhm.
already been there, done that, laid the foundation and done the work, and you expect to just show up and hit those results, you're going to be in for a really, bumpy ride, right? Because if you don't have the
Mhm.
foundation to support you, this masculine structure,
Mhm.
when you think of masculine energy, it's there to support, it's there to provide support, it's foundation, structure,
Mhm.
um something that you can rely on, strength. When you think
Ooh.
of the masculine energy, it's
Mhm.
consistent. It's
Mhm.
there. It's these elements of the masculine energy need to be in place in your business. Otherwise, the feminine energy that we all want to embody, and that we're all in the space of embodying now, the one that
Yeah.
is flowing and intuitive and plays and flows and follows the inner soul nudges and is free, and that free energy, which isn't all of
Mhm.
us. This is not gender specific, right? Cannot be in that free flowing space if we don't have this structure
Mhm.
and foundation in place. So this is really balancing the yin yang energy, the masculine and
Mm.
feminine energy within the business structure. And what we've seen is coming from a corporate culture, coming from an
Mhm.
overly masculinated dominant society, where structure in general has been very masculinated. It's very controlled. It's very, you're not following your intuition, you're following logic, you're following analysis,
Yeah.
analytics, um, you're following rules that other people have
Mhm.
laid down, whether they make intuitive sense or not. You're just
Mhm.
plugging in and playing the
Yeah.
game, right? You're not in the flow, able to create
Yeah.
on the fly and be able to be in that space that supports that
Yeah.
intuitive channel that opens up. And as a divine creator, or a creator of any
Mhm.
kind, whether and our greatest inventors understood this, right? In order
Yeah.
to be able to nurture that intuitive wisdom, Einstein
Mhm.
talked about this all the time. There has to be a structure that's available to support it, for so many reasons other than what we're going to go into this live stream, right? Because if you
Yeah.
don't have that foundation in place, then you do fall into this masculine side of always trying to
Mhm.
figure out your next steps and stuff like that. And if you
Trying
fall,
yeah.
yeah, trying to figure out your next steps,
Mhm.
trying to put the pieces into place, but you're doing it from not an intuitive place, you're doing it
Yeah.
from trying to save your ass kind of place, because you're always chasing the carrot, because you haven't
Yeah.
slowed down enough to put the pieces in place. And then the last thing I want to touch on that Vanessa
Mhm.
opened with was that one of the biggest things our clients embody and we celebrate inside SLA, beyond the sales, beyond the beyond the 5-figure or multiple 5-figure months or whatever, beyond that, is the fact that they fully are owning their
Mm.
true authentic voice and message with the world and their expression,
Yeah.
and really nailing who it is that they're here to serve and what wants
Mhm.
to come through them, and embodying their sacral confidence as a leader
Mhm.
within their niche. And this is the foundation. We can give you all the strategy, or you can go work with all the coaches that are even hitting the $1 million marks, and it doesn't matter. They're going to bring you won't
Yeah.
be ready for them yet. You have to come back to the roots, to the basic foundation, which is excavating what is in your soul that wants to come out and allowing it to free itself
Yeah.
so it can be expressed through you. This is the embodied, energetic,
Mhm.
soul aligned version of the foundation. And then there's a masculine 3D structural aligned version of the foundation that also needs to be put into place. So when that happens and that occurs, then the sky is the
Mhm.
limit. Then you can grow, and you can and springboard off of that. And our clients have springboard off of that, and they do high level one-on-one coaching, or they springboard off of that with their programs and they go off and do retreat hosting. They do have what their soul is calling them to create.
Yeah.
But let's get the pieces in place, the puzzle pieces in place
Mm,
that click into place, that give you the foundation, that give you the confidence and the ability to show up in your power and in your truth and in your Empress feminine energy
mhm.
versus you're scattered trying to figure it out, trying to
Yeah,
hunt, hunt for your next
yeah,
thing at kind of energy, because that's not going to be the soul aligned business that you're looking to create. If you're resonating with us, you're looking to build something that
yeah.
is got the long game as a possibility for you, and it isn't burning out, by side note, burning out your nervous system in the process.
I was just girl, I love that for 1 second 'cause I'm loving the energy, guys. Welcome into this. It's such a fun one today, but can we like I love bringing up the awareness for 1 second, maybe you are someone that is new to the spiritual journey and you're coming out in this world with your spiritual business, and maybe you did come from whatever business before, the network marketing industry where it's more of a hustle or the corporate world where it's hustle. Can we feel the difference? Like tap into, especially when you're doing an online business, you guys, where it is right? It's not belly to it's an there's different tactics, but can we feel the just feel with me for 1 second. Have you ever, I for sure have, maybe you've been taught, maybe you didn't know what to do, so you kind of taught yourself where you're doing the do and it's so in you for efforting and hustling and just doing things just to do it, which then get you no results. And then can you compare it to a time where maybe you trusted yourself for a split second to let source come through you? Maybe it was a post or maybe it was a live you did. You just felt so called. You showed up in that moment. We teach you to move when you're moved, intuitive process, right? You trust yourself, you surrender into that. And then the result of what came after that, because here's what I want to say, because when we found when you're doing to do and you're efforting and you're looking for that validation of the sale or the money or whatever, instead of enjoying what's coming through you and wanting to come through and kind of letting it go, when then that's when it gets the miraculous sales where it feels like magic. We always talk about like, oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about this girl came across my live and she resonated so much, booked a call and got my sale or whatever. You know what I mean? Can we feel that difference? Because I want sometimes I've noticed, and I really, Sarah and I are so good about really wanting you guys to get your own power back, right? Not just up here us talking and listening to us, but like experimenting and feeling for yourself, getting your power. You are the leader, right? Yes, we guide you, but like really for your own life, understanding the difference. So I just wanted to pop that in there because we talk a lot about embodiment, but I don't even know if people, when they're like, oh, embody, what does it actually mean to freaking embody? Like, be the awareness and then notice yourself shifting that old habit into this new one, this more feminine, intuitive energy, and being aware of that shift, what it does for your body, neurologically, like Sarah said, and then in the outside world, what it's doing, because internally, you're a different person, you're a different business owner. Does that making sense? I want people to really, really get this for
Mm,
them. It's so good.
hmm.
So good.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. You guys, it's just really, there's a lot of noise in the online world. There's a lot of when you look online, and you can be, especially as an emerging spiritual entrepreneur, it's very easy to be discouraged and wonder, how are you ever going to be able to get quote unquote there, because you have these
Mhm.
goals, and you know in your heart that you're meant for something big. You know in your heart that there's something so expansive coming into your world, and then being able to embrace that and allow that part to be
Mhm.
part of the embodied foundation that
Mhm.
you're laying, is recognizing that first and foremost, but being able to, I guess, step into those shoes and allow that to occur for yourself. So I love to say that Sacred Leader Academy is just as part energetic embodiment as it is smart 3D business strategy, because it's really going to take both to lay as a foundation. And here's the thing, so many coaches now, as they up level their business as well, they're
Mhm.
going and they help other people hit their first 100K month, or their first, multiple 5 figure months, 6 figure months, 7 figure month, things like that. Vanessa and I are so passionate about
Mhm.
helping the emerging female spiritual entrepreneur or divine leader for this reason, because there is so many of you
Mhm.
that are waking up right now to your purpose and to your
Mhm.
calling. That's part of your soul calling, what you're really being guided from the heart to create in the world. And there
Mhm.
has to be a container to nurture this new
Mhm.
emerging energy. that's rising up within you that wants to be expressed, the messages that want to come through, and the things that need to fall away that are keeping you from building a strong foundation from the get-go. And
Mm,
that can be so many different elements, and this is why there's always a bubbling up, and there's always like a clearing and a purging. This is one of our previous videos from last week. There's always a purging that occurs when the clients that are attracted to us pop into SLA, and even right before they join, after they enroll, and it's a couple days before they jump into the content, they'll already start experiencing these shifts and these synchronicities and these things that are occurring,
mhm,
because anything that's going to keep you from having that foundation, either on an energetic embodiment standpoint, the strategy is easy. The strategy, guys, is just like plug and play. The strategy is just like sit down, put it into place, do it, and do a strategy that's aligned with you. And there's so many different ways that our clients are generating, lead sources, or connecting with soulmate clients through their own unique way,
mhm,
but that part's going to take care of itself, and we provide you with so many of those to get you started, that get you up and off the ground organically without any
mhm,
ad budgets or anything like that, because we do know that that's important for you, is to generate revenue real quick, because that's really a fun place to be when your business is generating revenue and it's not just a hustle anymore.
mhm,
But this piece is important because the foundation is not just about
mhm,
plugging in that 3D strategy, and it's not just about it is coming into energetic embodiment, but the
mhm,
things that fall away is almost even just as important. The things that you're just
mhm,
leaving, that you're just letting fall away. You don't have to, you already are you already are that person. The only thing that's keeping
mhm.
you from stepping into that next level and embodying it, and becoming into energetic alignment with it, is the falling away of everything that's a lie, falling
Mhm.
away, letting everything that's an untruth, that's not really true, fall away.
Mm,
And as you peel that away, and all you're left is with the truth of who you truly are, and you allow all of the other things to fall away,
yeah.
you will just embody who you already are. You just don't see it yet, because you
Mm,
have all of these filters in your view. It's like peeling away another layer of your glasses so you can see more clearly who you truly are. And so these things will bubble up and clear away so that you can have a strong foundation.
yeah.
Don't skip the embodiment piece, you guys, if you're watching this. The embodiment piece is huge, and the strategy piece, yes, the 3D strategy piece, the foundation that can
Mhm,
sustain you, the 3D masculine structure. Don't skip that part and get shiny object syndrome, where you just try to jump to the front of the line, and try to emulate the results that you already see happening out there for other people that have already been there and
mhm,
done that and laid the foundation. Even if you're looking at an energetic embodiment coach online, like we are, even if you're looking at, I don't even know anybody, even Gabrielle Bernstein, like the biggest names in the spiritual coaching industry that have been doing it the longest,
mhm,
they have their embodiment, that was a part of their journey, and they have
mhm,
the systems and the structures and the strategies in place for them. They're not just out there throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. They have a system in place. They
mhm,
have a team, whether that be a small virtual team or now they've
mhm,
expanded into employees. They have these systems and they've taken these steps. And so you want to plug these into your business from the beginning, from the very beginning. And this isn't to say you can't make quantum leaps, because you will. You'll make quantum leaps that don't make any sense as far as a linear timeline is concerned. So this isn't saying that it has to be slow. This
uh-huh,
isn't saying it has to take a long time. This isn't
mhm,
saying that it has to take you 5 years because it took somebody else 5 years. No, energy is shifting, frequency is rising, and you are tapped into your own, when you tap into your own purpose and mission and what you're being called to do, there is
yeah,
nobody that can dictate how long it's going to take you. You can do things that make no logical sense to anybody, including
mhm,
any mentor, including us, and including anything we have to say. You can by far exceed that. There is no limits to what you're able to create. So I'm not saying it has to take
mhm,
time. I'm just saying that you're not going to be able to skip the embodiment piece. It will
mhm,
come back to you and back to you and back to you
yeah,
until it fully clicks in
yeah,
many different ways. It'll be reflected back to you in your
mhm,
reality in many, many different ways until it really finally clicks.
yeah,
And the strategy piece, the 3D piece, just goes without saying. It's
mhm,
obvious that if you're trying to grow a business, you need a structure in order to grow a business
mm,
from. It can be a simple structure, like we like to teach. It
yeah,
doesn't have to be complicated to get started, but you do need a system or a structure in order to get started, especially if you want to scale from the get go.
yeah. I love that. And just kind of, this was so, so good. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Just to kind of close on this too, the embodiment part, like Sarah said, and just this whole foundation, when you allow it and you welcome it in to happen, it's going to happen. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be strong. And guess what? You will be able to handle it. And when you're on the other side of that, it's going to blow your freaking mind, all these awakenings and what's happening for you. One of our clients, in our Voxer group for our onboarding, had an epiphany on the plane. And I don't even think she knew how much she moved me and then in turn moved the other people and moved herself. Like it's so flipping fun to witness. And I just want to encourage you, like it can be done. And I will say, proud of her, celebrating her, followed her hell yes, went through some obstacles, but on the other side, like there's this like release that I could hear in her voice and just all the awakenings that she's having, her power back. Like it's just, you can do that too. If her, why not you? You're not alone.
Mhm.
That's why you have Sarah and I and the SLA family, right? And it's really, really fun just what's inside everyone uniquely and sacredly and powerfully. So
Mm.
this was so, so fun, you guys. We look forward to welcoming in more people to the SLA family, seeing your transformation, witnessing your journey, powerfully helping you step up into your magnetic power. And let's shine, baby, shine. So happy Wednesday, everyone. This was
Yes.
so, so good. Yes.
Yeah, if
Next
you
step,
guys
you
are
guys.
list
Yeah, go ahead,
yeah,
girl.
go oh, go ahead. Next steps, go ahead.
Next up, yeah, this is really fun. Resonate with us if you've been watching. If you have been watching for a while and you're like, I know I want to work with them now. If not now, when? I want you this time next year to be celebrating the F out of your hell yes and following through. So next step, go to either one of our bios. There's a free masterclass, you guys. Fun, flow, financial freedom. A free ABC masterclass. I know you're going to resonate with. It's so, so good. And you can take what you learn in that class and run with it on your own. Or if you really resonate and want to dive deeper, I really want you to leverage. There's a free impact assessment call we're doing now with my girl, Sarah. She is such a boss. She does this amazing diagnostic. She really helps you powerfully close the gaps in your business. And it's really fun to see what comes up. It's incredibly fun. So you're going to book that call with her, have such a good time, and then we're going to dive into a whole new you. I'm so excited. So welcome, everyone. Happy
Yay.
Wednesday. Yes. And be
And
back
if you're
Friday.
watching this and if
Mhm.
you're watching this anywhere else and you're not on Instagram with us, follow us on Instagram if you want to join us live. That's where we spend our most time. But the link is going to be available in the show notes or above or below this video, wherever you're watching it. So
Yeah.
go ahead and jump into that and just follow your intuition. And if it feels good, then I will personally hop on a Zoom with you if you feel like called to book an impact assessment. We can close those gaps in your business. So I hope this
Yes.
finds you guys well.
And thank you. We see all these amazing comments. We see you. We feel you. Hello, hello. Have such a beautiful day, y'all. We'll be back with you on Friday. Cheers.
Bye.